Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm trying to get shocks on the front of this 36 GMC truck. Trying to make them look not too out of place. And right after I say that, here's what I'm putting on. These are QA1 Stalker adjustable shocks. I made these mounts, as you can see. That's about 1.25 inches wide. This is 3/16. Nothing crazy, but I tried to make the bracket that mounts to the frame look a lot like the bracket that holds your leaves on. I'm gonna make a piece for the top and weld the whole top, but I'm gonna leave the inside open. So we'll see. Hopefully it holds up. It's plenty strong. I got the style that has the straight rod. These are the original mounts that the original shocks would have been on. This is what would have came on the truck. Heavy as can be. This mounts right here. It has an arm that comes out and then another arm that runs down. I didn't have that arm. I didn't want to get a revalving kit or anything like that for this. Just because I thought in the end I like the fact that these will be adjustable. Looks, I want this to ride well. So I figure these probably work quite a bit better, but who knows? Who knows? And then I'm gonna paint this just like the gas tank, the brown. The same with the shocks. I don't want any of that to be seen. But on this side, what I did is I mounted up the fender running board setup. For one, I like looking at it. For two, I needed to know if I mounted that here, that this would stay up and not touch the fender. Bottom of the fat part of the shock comes down here. It's gonna get really close to here, but I don't know if I'll hit that scenario where I'm fully turning and at a full bump like that. So that's what I'm working on. Eventually I need to find the hand crank start for this thing. So that's what the bottom of the truck looks like down here. I've been working on a lot of sewing. So I don't have a sewing machine and it would be really hard to sew this anyway. So this is what the weather stripping looks like on these. It is like a round rubber tube on that side. It's all just sewn. It has two sew marks. This went around the door frame. There's also like a rubber piece that goes down here, but I'm gonna sew up like a cloth piece. Also, I have it on this side, and this is actually already sewn up. I got this from the filling station. I thought it was gonna be a little different. It's really thick and really tarry, but for what it's doing, it's gonna be a good match. So this has a wire in it. And so I basically sewed one side, ran the wire, and then sewed the other side, just so it kind of holds it flat. This is gonna stand up a little taller. I think eventually it'll squash it down and it will rest in its resting spot, but right now it's a little bit taller. This is the old stuff, just cracked out, looking like death. So I can at least save those wires, which is good, but I also have it on the front of the grill. So at night, after working on this, I've been sewing. Hand sewing it takes a long time. It's about probably at least 30-45 minutes a foot. I think each door is 5 feet by itself. So it's been a lot of time. It's fun though. I actually kind of like doing that. That stuff is so hard that I have to use a thing called a speedy stitcher, which is something you'd use on like real thick leather. If not, good luck. 'Cause even with that, you're working hard. Your hands get real tired by the end of it. But But the shocks is my main thing right now, so let's keep working on the shocks. Got some of those panels off. I'm gonna work on this side now. The hinges are all messed up, so I don't open this door very often. But I need to replace all that wood in here. Cool little leather strap holder, if you're wondering. It used to hold your door from opening all the way, but not anymore. It does have some cracks up in here and like a bent up spot where the screw used to be. Someone tried to get this door panel off, you can tell. So I'll get to that eventually, but for now I'm just trying to get all these interior panels off. I'm leaving this door on so that I have something to go off of on this side to make sure that that side all looks original, and then after I'm done with that side I'll switch over to this side. If you're one of those guys that tears apart your project without taking pictures or not exactly knowing, it's a horrible idea. For one, it'll probably be years before you get back to that finishing that part of the project. Don't do that. Do it in sections. Here is these panels out of the interior. You can see they're all missing. There's structure back here, but I do have some rust through in here. but obviously that dash panel covers it up, so I'm not as worried. I might throw some paint in there just to try to slow it down, maybe grind some of that crap off of there. But this is the windshield wiper motor setup. When I pulled all that out, I realized that there is a mouse or a rat skeleton that was in there. I had my hands and breathing all that in. I will tell you, it did smell like death. Especially in this corner. That rat pooped up and peed up in here, and it was horrible. It smelled gross. So that's out. I'm gonna try to vacuum all that out, clean it, wash the inside. But it's nice because I'll be able to hammer out some of these dents from the inside. Also, to show you a little bit of how this is put together, this is the weld seam for the inside of the truck. You can tell that they had welded it and grinded that down a little. So just interesting to see how they build these. Back then, you know, stamp out these panels, and then there's kind of this little support bracket on the sides. So just interesting. Pretty simple setup, but I really like how whenever you take those panels off, that single layer is exposed, so you can hammer your dents out way easier than like the 67 stuff. You know, it's double wall, so you can't get to that panel. Today I'm gonna start pulling this grill apart. The radiator's still in there. I'm gonna try to unbolt all that and get that out. I need to go to a radiator shop, and I'm gonna take this and another donor one that I have, and hopefully make one.